Good morning, students. I am Dr. Ritika, the faculty of CSC department, as an associate professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, and today we will cover the topic related to our software engineering, which is related to our BCA 4 SAM, and today we will cover the topic of our software documentation, which is related to our unit 4. So let's cover the topic of our software documentation. In software documentation, we will cover or we will discuss the topic related to introduction, documentation requirement, process and product documentation, document quality, some standards, document preparations, document storage, and last we will cover in our slide is conclusion. So, introduction. It provides an overview of the reasons for software documentation, type of software documentation, and ways to implement software documentation, which includes some processes and good ideas related to our software documentation. Now, documentation requirement. Journal requirements of a software documentation includes which should provide for communication among team members, should act as an information repository to be used by maintenance engineers, should provide enough information to management which allow them to perform all program management's related activities, and should describe to users how to operate and administer the system. Now, in our documentation requirement, in all software projects, some amount of documentation should be created prior to any code being written, which include design documents like etc. Next point, it should continue after the code has been completed, includes user manuals, and the two main type of documentations are created, which include process and product documents. Some process documentation. In process documentation, it used to record and track the development processes, which includes planning documentation, cost, schedule, finding, tracking, schedules, standards, and etc. So this documentation is created to allow for successful management of a software project. In process documentation, it has a relatively short lifespan. So only important to internal development processes except in case where the customer require a view into this data. So sometimes such a papers that describe design decisions should be extracted and moved into the product documentation categories when they become implemented. Product documentation. They describe the delivered products which must involve with the development of the software product. They include two main categories like system documentation and next is the user documentation. Product documentation. In product documentation, it can consist of two parts we have covered in previous slide like system documentation and user documentation. So in system documentation, it describe how the system works but not how to operate it. It includes some examples like requirement specification, architectural design, detailed design, commented source codes which includes outputs such as Java documents, some test plans. These test plans include some test cases, the V&V plans and result. V&V stands for verification and validation, and last is list of known bugs or you can say to find the errors. In user documentation, it has to be main it has two main types are end user and system administration. So in this case, these are the same peoples. The target and audience must be well understood. There are 5 important areas that should be documented for a formal release of a software application. So these do not necessarily each have to have their own document, but the topic should be covered thoroughly. It includes some important areas which covered by the product documentation are functional descriptions of the software, installation instructions, introductory manual, some reference manuals, and system administrator guides. So it provides thorough and professional documentations which is important for any size product development team. The problem is that many software professionals lack the writing skills to create professional level documentations. Document structure. All documents for a given product should have a similar structure. A good reason for product standards. The IEEE standards for user documentation list such a structure. It is a superset of what most documents need. Next, the author's best practice are, you can say, put a cover page on all documents, divide documents into chapters with sections and subsections, add an index if there is lot of references information, add a glossary to define ambiguous terms. Now standards related to our software documentation. So standards play an important role in the development, maintenance and usefulness of documentation. They can act as a basics for quality documentation but are not good enough on their own. Usually they define high level contents and organization. So there are 3 types of documentation standards are: first, process standard. In process standards, it's define the approach that is to be used when creating the documentation. Even they do not actually define any of the content of the documents. So here you can understand some drafts which is checked by peer reviewers and given to their revised terms. So first is our process standard. Now second is the product standard. It provides a goals to have all documents created for a specific project attain a consistent structure and appearance. It can be based on organizational or contractually required standards. So here are the some 4 main types are: documentation identification standard, document structure standards, document presentation standards, document update standards. These are the 4 main points to be included in the product standards. So one can be done. So documentation in the product standards is documentation that will be viewed by end users, should be created in a way that is best consumed and is most attractive, or we can say attractive to them. So internal development documentation generally does not meet this need. Now third is the interchange standards. It deals with the creations of documents in a format that allows others to effectively use, which includes PDF, which may be good for end users who do not need to edit. Next, words may be good for text editing. Next, specialized case tools need to be considered. So this is usually not a problem within a single organization, but when sharing data between organizations, it can occur. So this same problem is faced all the time during software integration. So these are the three standards which are followed by software documentation. Some other standards are IEEE, some writing styles. So in IEEE has a published standard for user documentation, provide a structure and superset of content areas. Many organizations probably wouldn't create documents that completely match the standards. Writing style, 10 best practices when writing are provided. Author propose that group edits of important documents should occur in a similar fashion to software walkthroughs. Online documentation, either internal to be applications or web based, it requires rethinking the presentation style since normal paper documentation approaches do not carry over well. It should act as a supplement to paper documentation. Some biggest benefit of web documents are that they are always current. Document preparations, to cover the entire process of creating and formatting a document for publication. Author recommended using specialized tools for creating and preparing document. This is only important for users documentation. It is often important to have a professional writer or document publisher evaluated documents before publishing to ensure they look good and will carry over to paper well. Document storage. Now, author recommended in 2001 file system to be stored the actual documents. Some database to store reference to the files with metadata which allow searching and referencing. Today it is probably best or better to use a content management system where some subversions which are free and open source and easy to set up and maintain. Now, conclusion. In the conclusion, the good overview of documentation through most documentation requirements which are based on contract requirements which are hard to cover things like that in a paper like this. Most of the content seem to be referring to users documentation where design and other similar documentation often time more graphical than textuals were overlooked. So students, it is all about our software documentation, which is the topic of our unit 4 of software engineering, and it is the last topic of our unit 4, but syllabus is not completed. Some remaining 2-3 topics are left, so don't worry. In the slides we have covered just software documentation which is related to our, in this slide we have just added some paper review documentation also, which is very helpful in same software documentation as well as our paper documentation. So paper documentation is related to our software documentation. So we have covered in our slide as a software documentation. So students, thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you students. Have a nice day.